Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to do these little ducks that you guys are wanting to know how to make. And size wise, this is a regular duck versus the ones that I'm making today. So, the supplies you're going to need is you're going to need the epoxy A and B. Here's the mold that I purchased off of Amazon, and then I have some tape, glitter, something to mix it with, and a cup. I also have 40, 60, 80, and 120 of the blocks to sand it down. And then we're going to need a pair of gloves, and I use the Shine Armor after everything's all done to shine up the little guys. You can put little eyeballs on them either way. You can use little eyeball stickers. I have done the I have a Cricut, so I've made my own different ways you can do that. You can actually just cut a little black dot out and put it on there, and that'd be great too. So anyways, okay, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to have to mix the epoxy. And we have to be super careful mixing the epoxy. You can measure it. I have to make sure personally. I've noticed that for each duck, in this size, for each duck is 3 capfuls. So this is a new bottle. Get this open real quick. So I've got A, and I'm going to do 3 full caps here. And then I'm also going to make sure that I get it really good, because it has to be super even. Like I said, you could measure this out, but I personally have already measured the caps, and 3 caps of each totaling 6 caps makes perfect 1 duck. So there's 1 of the A all the way to the top. There is 2. The A. Here's your third one. Okay. And making sure, I'm trying not to get it on the side of the cup. I've used, these are just disposable plastic cups that I have here. It's not glass or anything. I've just done it disposable. And we're going to open side B. And we're going to do the same thing. One of them is normally a little thicker than the others. So here's 1 cap of B. Making sure I get that really good. Cap 2. Of B. And the last is cap 3 of B. Alright, so we're going to set those aside, and we have to make sure that we mix this very well. And I always make sure that I get around those sides, because if you don't mix it well, it could have extra bubbles, and a lot of times it's really sticky, and your duck will be sticky and it won't be very good. You don't need a sticky duck. So I just try to mix and mix, and I've been told to try to mix one way. Sometimes that helps with the lack of bubbles. So I just got to make sure it's really good. And then from here, you decide what you want to put in it. You could put mica powder, which looks like this. It's more of a powder. You can do different layers. And at this point, if you wanted to do red and green and blue, I would mix this into other cups, mix the red, the green, the blue, and then pour in at that time. Right now, I just want to do glitter. This is the clear and the glitter. So, this is a big, kind of a big flake. I don't know if you can see that, but kind of a big, flaky glitter. I kind of like it a lot of glittery. I want him a real pretty blue color. So, and then I just make sure that I really mix that up really well. And to me, that looks great. That's the consistency I would like. And that looks kind of like that. So it'll have that. Here's just like a small, it'll have that see-through when it's done, that see-through feel. Or that look, I'm sorry. So that's just a little one that I'd made. And so I'm going to let that sit for a second. And I'm going to put my mold together. And then what I do is I like using the electrical tape because it pulls off easy. It goes on easy, and I just hold it. And I don't want to do it too tight because I don't need him, a smushed, weird-looking duck. But I want to make sure that this stays together. Unfortunately, there's no other way to keep him held together that I've found that works very well. So I just tape him up here, just like so. I'm not worried about anything coming out of the cracks. It's pretty thick, and that's nothing, not a problem at all. And then I set it this way. And I'm going to hold this to the side because once I get it in, I might need to prop this just because it's not quite even for it to set up. And it's super easy. Literally all you do, don't have to put anything in it. Just pour it in. And then we're going to pour it in some more. And then I try to, sometimes those little wings get some bubbles up under there, so where it's gotten trapped. So I don't want it to be very trapped. So I try to kind of move it around. And I go a little bit over, like so, because as it sits, that air kind of comes out. We're going to fix that later. And there you have it. So I'm just going to leave that. You can clean up the sides if you want to. Like I said, it's not going to matter. We're going to clean that up later. But that's it for now. And so we're going to let this sit a good 12 hours. The good idea is, let it sit 24, but we'll come back in 12 and we'll see what it looks like after that. Okay, we're back, and this is what it looks like. So you just pull it apart just like that, and then there you have it. And it's pretty hard. Now it's not as shiny, so what we do is we want to start with the biggest number where it has some of those little edges, and we want to sand down those edges. And I have one that's already sanded, because it's going to take a while. So you sand it down. As soon as you get it real, then you go with your 60, your 80, and then your 120. So after it gets pretty good, you want to sit there and do up here as well. Get it nice. Once you go like this. And like I said, I have one that I have got all sanded, and he's not very shiny. So from there, he's all, like I said, he's already sanded, and I take the shine armor and I shine him up just like that. And also, another thing you can do is you can take your you know, if you're making another one right now, you could go ahead and mix it up, and before you added the glitter, you could kind of just paint a little bit of the epoxy on there, and then that way it does leave that little bit extra shine. What I do is I put your eyes on, and then I just put a paintbrush over the eyes with the epoxy, just a small amount, so it shines right up. If you are going to do an extra epoxy, which this one does not, and you can tell the difference, and this is a little bit shinier than this one, different color, but it's also a little bit shinier. So I just, take it and, wax spray it, and it stays pretty shiny. It stays pretty good. But like I said, if you want it shinier, then you can put that coat on there, another just paintbrush over coat, and then after it dries, then you can use the shine armor again, and it'll get it super shiny.